Good morning, and welcome to Redeemer Lutheran Church. I'm Pastor Gary Lodeholt. When does the Christmas season really begin? You've probably noticed that stores seem to put out their Christmas merchandise earlier and earlier. It used to be after Halloween, and now it's a few weeks before that. Radio stations used to switch to an all-Christmas music format at the beginning of December, and now some have begin early in November. A couple of weeks ago, my wife and I were doing a little early Christmas shopping, and to join in with what we were doing, I tuned the car radio to one of those Christmas stations. And that's when the trouble began. You see, I actually listen to the words of songs. And this year I have been particularly struck by some of the words I had never really paid attention to before. And in some cases, I was stunned to discover the depth and meaning found in those songs. Often, they describe our need for Jesus to be born. Often, they speak of faith in who Jesus is. So this week, I'm going to share some songs that you will likely hear on the radio during this Advent and Christmas season. And maybe afterwards you will hear the songs a little differently than you may have heard them before. Today we want to start with the song, "We Need a Little Christmas." I'm sure you know the song, and the word I would use to describe the tune is jaunty. It's a happy and fun tune, but I worry that the tune itself helps mask the profound statement the words make. Just the title itself, "We Need a Little Christmas," points to the ache deep inside us. It's not, "We want a little Christmas." It's, "We need a little Christmas." There's a hole in our lives that needs filling. There's an emptiness inside, and we know that our world is wrong, and we need God's gift at Christmas to set things right. You know how the song begins. "Haul out the holly, put up the tree before my spirit falls again. Fill up the stocking. I may be rushing things, but deck the halls again now. For we need a little Christmas right this very minute. Candles in the window, carols at the spinet. Yes, we need a little Christmas right this very minute. Hasn't snowed a single flurry, but Santa dear, we're in a hurry." So far, it doesn't sound like there's a whole lot of depth there, does it? It's all about Santa and singing and decorating. In fact, it goes on like that for another verse, talking about lights and chimneys and even fruitcake. Then at the end of that second verse, suddenly the song hits home. "For I've grown a little leaner, grown a little colder, grown a little sadder, grown a little older. And I need a little angel sitting on my shoulder, need a little Christmas now." Oh, how often that describes us in our world. In so many, many ways, our world has gotten more stark and austere, and the joy and richness seems so far away. We are leaner indeed. In so many, many ways, we are divided, standing aloof and apart from one another. Love and warmth seem harder and harder to find. We have indeed grown colder. In so many, many ways, we see the ugly and sorrowful in life, and the bright goodness of God is hard to glimpse, much less hold on to. We have grown a little sadder. In so many, many ways, we have lost sight of the new, the possibilities and the opportunities that God is creating and doing among us all the time. content with what we know and what has always been, and not open to God's Genesis before us. We have grown a little older. Yes, we need a little Christmas. We need a little Christmas. We need a lot of Christmas. The song is right. We need Christmas now. Rejoice. Be warm. Be filled with joy. Be young. God's gift of Christmas changes our world. God's gift of Christmas changes us. Thanks for watching, and remember to let this day belong to God.